So I got a chance to play the Marathon Server Slam, and I wanted to give my thoughts on where the game is at right now, what I think the game could improve on, and how I think it might do in the future. First of all, for people who don't know what Marathon is, it's a game that the devs from Bungie, the ex-Halo and Destiny devs, ended up making that's completely different than any other title that they've made in the past. It's an exfiltration shooter, which, if you don't know what an exfil shooter is, essentially you go into a zone with either a trio of people or yourself as a solo, and you try your best to pick up a bunch of trash off the ground and do your part as a good Samaritan.
It would be nice if they actually put shit to loot around.
And then leave by leaving the zone and exfiltrating, hence the name. Don't
Fuck him down.
dude.
Probably.
I can't. Oh fuck.
Is he sucking you off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, get over here.
Is he sucking you off? Yeah, he's sucking me
Get
off.
him down low enough. Oh, he's gonna work out for me.
It ain't gonna work out for me.
That's the same guy that killed me.
Dude, what the fuck? Come get us, man. Come get us.
I can't. There's dudes everywhere. I don't have fucking
I
shoes.
can use my
Sucking
own
me
beam
off.
up.
You didn't get
Don't
in 8
fucking.
seconds.
I need to get the fuck out of here. This is bullshit. Get me the fuck out of here. God,
Holy shit,
GG's,
you are
boys.
Jeez.
So essentially the point of the game is for you to go into the zone and get as much garbage as you possibly can. Really, it's loot, you know, armor, weapons, that sort of shit, and leave with it. So I spent like 17 hours with the game, and I got a pretty good understanding of all the mechanics of the game and like how it functions, the flow of combat, and whether or not a certain weapon is good or bad, the weapon balance. So I wanted to go over a couple of those things individually in order to formulate my opinion on the game and kind of give you an idea of what you should expect if you decide to buy it. So I kind of want to start with the art direction that they chose and how the game looks. Visually, it's absolutely amazing. The art direction that they took, the blocky nature of the models and the textures being kind of low res, lo-fi sort of look to it, it's awesome. It's such a unique and fresh take on an FPS, and it's cool to see a new game that's coming out that looks more like a retro shooter. We haven't really seen anything like this in recent years. Most stuff ends up being like overdeveloped and like way too fancy high fidelity graphics, and they focus so much on the graphics that they don't focus on the gameplay at all. So it's refreshing to see a game take this sort of take, change it up a little bit. I really like the aesthetics and the fucking visuals of this game. They're so cool looking. Look at how cool that is when you load in. God, that's sick. Man, this fucking head thing is so cool looking. This is like Ghost in a Shell looking ass fucking shit. I wish they would have just made a single player game. This is so tight, dude. It's making me think of System Shock. God, it's so cool. When it comes to the overall game mechanics of Marathon, I had a lot of gripes, and like, for the most part, they're serviceable for an exfil game, but there are so many other options in terms of exfil games right now in the market that you could choose from that serviceable is not really good enough anymore. Average is not really standing out in the market. And at the end of the day, for Bungie, this is something that they have to deliver on monetarily. They're kind of beholden to the publisher to make money back on all of their development time that they've spent building the game up. So like, for it to not stand out in any way other than the art is kind of disappointing. When it comes to the gameplay, I really had trouble understanding why so many of the core mechanics of the game revolved around cores. So essentially, cores are these things that you get off the ground when you're running around scavenging for trash, and you put them in your legs or whatever in your pants pocket, and they give you abilities. Some cores are better than others. Most cores are pretty fucking useless. They don't do anything. But some cores have abilities that are something that you would think is innate to the game, like the core mechanics of the game that would just be in the game without you having to get a special item that you could potentially lose in order to have that ability, like the ability to use a knife in order to run faster. That's a core for some reason. You run faster with your knife equipped is a fucking core modification that you have to equip. Attachment. How is it not an inherent truth of the game? I don't like some of these fucking design decisions that they made. What do you mean? That's like saying the ability to zoom in and use ADS is something that we tied to a fucking expendable, losable item. You run faster with your knife, dude? Imagine if you had to buy an item in Counter-Strike that let you run faster with your knife. Motherfucker, that is the truth of the game. You can't make that something that you can lose in a run. That doesn't make any sense. There's these little bug nest things that shoot these bugs out, and you have to like either knife the bug or you have to shoot the bug and shoot the bug nest in order to get them to stop spawning, and they alert all other players to your location. As soon as you get anywhere near them, even through a wall, they can detect you and start spewing out bugs, and the bugs glitch all over the screen and like go all over the place, and it's hard to aim at them sometimes because they'll be lagging and like rubber banding and shit. It's really abysmal to look at, and I hate the bug mechanic in general. It's just really poorly implemented, and I hope that they fix it by the time release starts. There's also these little like mushroom fucking yellow things that you walk anywhere near within 500 feet and they just explode, and they give you a debuff for the next 15 minutes that makes it so you can't heal yourself as effectively as a player who has not stood near one of those things, and it sucks. I also hate those mushroom things. That was another mechanic that I thought was really stupid because there's no way to outplay it. You don't like get better and just like don't run into those. If you go anywhere near one and you start to course correct, if you even see it and like try to turn around or run in the opposite direction, it'll still detonate and it'll still hit you. There's no time delay between it, like you getting near it and it exploding. It just explodes and you take damage over time, and you take a debuff to your ability to heal yourself. It really sucks. So the weapon balance is really hit or miss. I kind of predicted 10 months ago that it's going to be very dominated by bursty weapons and have a really bad problem when it comes to time to kill. The primary thing that everybody has been talking about in terms of Marathon is TTK or time to kill. Everybody's saying that TTK is too short, but I feel like in the server slam, we only had access to white shields and green shields mostly. You could get all the way up to purple shields, which is like 4 plates or whatever, the equivalent of like 4 plates. But most people only had like 1 or 2. So people are complaining about TTK, but they haven't really experienced the higher end gear. I had all the way up to a blue shield when I was playing, and that felt pretty good to me. It felt like I was like tough enough to take a couple shots before I was cracked and had to hide behind cover and eat gravel in order to reload my shirt or whatever the fuck you're supposed to do. When it comes to the weapon balance in the game though, my main problem even 10 months ago looking at alpha footage of the game is shotguns and sniper rifles are really overbearing in this format of a game. For reference, this is the footage that I made back in April. Grenade, double barrel shotgun, that guy's down. Look at that, dude. That's what I'm talking about. 1, 2. The double barrel is going to be so busted, man. And here's a video of Shroud saying the exact same thing that I said 10 months ago yesterday.
Don't fucking matter. There's literally no counterplay to the shotgun. You just die.
I mean, oh, that's you. Wait, what?
Oh, what the fuck?
That is you. Yeah, you
That one?
Shit my pants. I think.
When it comes to exfil shooters, it's no surprise that this game has a very low TTK in comparison to other Bungie products like Halo or Destiny. It's not going to be as long as one of those, but the TTK when it comes to using like a green shield or a blue shield and facing an opponent that has a shotgun is abysmally short. It is instantaneous. You go from looting for upwards of 15 minutes all over the map, finding items and fighting UESC, the robot arc type AI that they put into the game, to instantaneously, as soon as you see somebody who has a shotgun, getting downed in either 1 or 2 shots at point blank range. So your fun and your experience and your progress and everything that you've worked on for the past 15 minutes in a match can be lost literally within 1 second. And that feels really bad for a lot of people who are approaching Marathon as their first exfil game, and they've never played an exfil game, and they just want to try out the genre and they're not sure what they're getting into. It kind of sucks to be not only downed instantaneously and lose all of your progress in one run, but also losing all of that stuff means you're now poorer, and your next run you're not going to be able to go in with as much loot, and you're going to be at a more severe disadvantage next time. It just makes people turned off of the game, and I think it drives players away, and it's going to drive players away who have pre-ordered and haven't tried the Server Slam yet and haven't played an exfil game before. Especially when it comes to sniper rifles. Sniper rifles are one-shot headshot for a lot of armor, all the way up to green armor. I'm pretty sure it's a one-shot headshot down, and blue it's a 2-tap, purple it's probably still a 2-tap. So it's going to be a really easy way for people to come up on a lot of loot without having to interact with the opponent. You don't even have to be anywhere near them. You can headshot them from downtown all the way across the map and get all of their loot for free, which is like really poorly balanced in terms of how it feels fighting it and like the risk and reward. There's really low risk for using a sniper and a really high reward, especially in a 3v3 situation. If you're in trios and you get a down with a sniper rifle and the enemy team is 2v3ing now, it's a really easy way to come up on a lot of credits for free. Overall, when I was playing the Server Slam, I was having a lot of fun with the game and I enjoyed my time with it, but I'm just worried that it needs a little bit more polish, and they really need to dial in some of the aspects of the game and work on some of the mechanics and maybe the UI in order to get people to really like it and enjoy it more. And I'm sure they're capable of listening to community feedback and implementing some of those changes in the near future. So hopefully this video has been helpful and kind of enlightening and you've gotten something out of it. And if you're on the fence about whether or not you're going to buy Marathon, it gave you a little bit more insight into what the game is like and how the Server Slam went. If you're already pre-ordered and you're expecting to like the game and enjoy it, then maybe this video isn't super helpful for you, but I just wanted to give my opinions on it and try my best to help anybody who's considering whether or not they should purchase it and spend 40 bucks in order to try it out. Anyways, I just needed to vent about the game and talk about it, so hope you have a good one. Thanks for watching. See ya.